A short woman is breaking dishes and says, when my son comes, I will tell him how much damage his wife has done to the house. Now I will teach a lesson to my daughter-in-law. And she leaves from there, her daughter-in-law, and comes to the kitchen. She is surprised to see the broken dishes and says, I do not know who broke these dishes with this hammer. Then her mother-in-law comes there and says to her daughter-in-law, you do not even realize how much damage you are doing to the house. The daughter-in-law says, I came after hearing the sound of dishes breaking, and instead, you are blaming me. The mother-in-law says, when my son comes, I will tell him about your actions. Then her son arrives there and says, who broke these dishes? Then his mother says, I explained to you so much to take care of your wife, but you never listened to me. Now look how much damage she is causing to our house. Then the husband says to his wife, you are an irresponsible wife, and I made a mistake when I married you. And he tells his wife to leave from here and comforts his mother saying, you do not need to worry, I will talk to my wife. And then he also leaves from there, and his mother becomes very happy. After some time, she sits with her daughter and friend and says, my daughter-in-law is very rude, and she does not know anything about household responsibilities. Then her daughter-in-law arrives there and says, you are an ungrateful woman, and you do not fear God, because God does not like ungrateful people. Then the mother-in-law says, you have become very bold to teach us a lesson, and the daughter-in-law leaves from there. Then behind her, the mother-in-law says, we did not realize that we married our son into a poor family. Hearing this, the daughter-in-law comes back and says, God made my family the way it is. I am proud of my family, and we thank God that he made us human, and in the eyes of God, all humans are equal. And then she leaves. Hearing this, both mother and daughter become very surprised. Then one day, the kind-hearted wife gives cooking oil to a man. The man thanks her and says, when I have money, I will buy this and return it to you. The kind woman says, no, there is no need, because helping someone makes God happy. Both mother and daughter watch this from a distance and become surprised. Then her mother-in-law says, you are giving things to people like this. Now look, there is nothing left in our kitchen to eat. Then the daughter-in-law says, you can say whatever you want. I will continue to help people to please my God. Then her mother-in-law angrily says, we will complain about you to your husband, and they leave from there. After some time, her son comes and says, where is my wife? Then his mother tells him all the actions of his daughter-in-law. The husband angrily goes to his wife and says, get out of my house. Hearing this, his wife says, my God is with me, and one day you will regret. Then after some time, he is cooking in the kitchen, and from here, God's justice begins, because he receives a phone call and learns the whole truth of his house, and he angrily comes to his mother and sister and says, you people have destroyed my house. I started doubting my kind wife because of you, and I even told her to leave the house. Then his wife arrives there and says, I am leaving the house. He says to his wife, I have realized my mistake. Please forgive me. But the wife leaves. Then he says to his mother and sister, I do not need you, and angrily tells them to get out of my house. False accusations destroy trust in relationships. If you like our video, please send super thanks.